So, the founder of Stone Soup Poetry, Jack Powers.
I was going to ask Bruce Harding to come up and talk to him. Bruce had a nice piece there. Bruce, come on up. Oh, sure. No, you don't have one. No, that's not. No, Paul. The thing is, I was at a Whitney Houston concert, and one of three this week also has a lot in common. I want to talk about popular music and the fact that they managed to squeeze in 12,500 people for a relatively ordinary event, whereas poetry, anyway, we'll talk about that. What's that, Joe? Close.
No money in art. You can be a dancing brontosaurus in the Glimmer Twins chorus, a terrorist, a therapist, an expert on the clitoris.
Clitoris, but anyway.
Huh?
Clitoris or clitoris?
Tell him later.
Jack and won that show tonight.
Excuse me, Mom.
Go back to Bada, protect Jimmy Carter, write rubber rain checks, run an obnoxious discotheque, sell meat thermometers, metric odometers, snowmobiles to Eskimos, leave marks that don't show. You can preach self-reliance, form an East-West alliance, force strict compliance, cure herpes simplex, be a stooge for the complex, get an MBA, get an MFA, take some MDA, and be an MIA in the USA. You can be a security advisor, a market analyzer, a human breathalyzer, some sweet things protector, a short arms inspector, a radiation leak detector, a Soviet defector. You can forewarn of the apocalypse, make burgers out of beef lips, do talk shows, trade quips, 1, 2, shape those hips, be a military advisor to El Salvador, believe in a winnable nuclear war, collect empties in the cast corridor. You can join the CIA, get on MTV, tell little G's and B's how it's got to be, get rich in the struggle, find something new to smuggle, be a liar, a conniver, a tupelo, truck driver, get real behind the laser, locate a real and present danger, be a major deal arranger. Oh, it gets stranger and stranger. But I gotta tell you, honey, don't let it break your heart. But there ain't no money, honey. No money in art. Jim Gustafson.
One of those rarities, someone actually likes poetry and has a sensibility about it. And what I want to do, first, the fact of our general difficulty. So, a man walks into a bar, say this one, brand new. You're gonna have a beer, and you walk down, and one of the regulars moves his elbow out to the side slightly. Decision, whether to confront the elbow or not. Confront it right on. It could be a fight, pugilism. You avoid it too obviously, you're a wimp, and you might have a fight of a different kind. And so you have to create a presence that's appropriate to the challenge. And that apparently to me is what being a male is in the current circumstance. It's a measurement that has to be made without a book, without a teacher. That you measure each moment as you enter it and make, to the best of your ability, an appropriate response. So this guy, who is, by all standards, a miserable chauvinist asshole, tells me a story about his best buddy, who was a star football player in a college. He becomes a star football player for a weak team, gets beaten to shit all the time in New England. And one day, because this guy is so busy with his life, his best buddy is in a hospital and he's somewhere else. And a woman calls up who's married to this guy, who doesn't know this guy the way my guy knows this guy. And he says, you should go see him because he's pretty sick. And so a guy called Big Fred goes to see Butch. Now they're not gay, but they got something special between them that none of their women could have had with them. And he walks into a hospital room, unannounced. And Butch looks up from a bed with all the wiring and tubing, and he realizes it's Fred. And he says, the only words he said, no, not this way. Not this way, Fred. Fred blinks a couple of times, puts his chin on his chest, turns around and walks away. Now in the poem, about 2 weeks later, Fred's driving down to the South Shore, alone in the car, smashes into a tree. When the police show up, he's kneeling beside the car, crying. They measure up for alcohol. The thing is, Butch is buried a week later. Fred never saw him again. And that's something about maleness. The inability sometimes to carry across that void. And that's part of why I'm here. I'm talking about two guys for a minute in one spectrum, the physical spectrum. A young lady said to me once, years ago, it was a Saturday morning, you get so excited about playing basketball with the guys. And we did some sandlot basketball, right? Well, I'll tell you, those moments were special and true. We were what we could be with those who we knew. That's something precious and easy. Because making that leap toward the other is awesome. And that's why so many dudes join rifle clubs instead of communicating with the female.